Hi, welcome to Tiny Apartment Brewing. My name is Ken and I will be hosting you through this whole session. What is small apartment brewing? Well, a few years ago I had to downsize. I had lived in a house that had 4 bedrooms and a full basement, and I had room for all kinds of equipment. And I started off brewing like a lot of people do, brewing with kits, and then started doing other experimentation, and eventually got to full-size boils, and then went on to all-grain brewing, and toward the end I actually had a one-piece electric mash and boil unit. It would do everything all in one unit, which was great. And I moved, had to downsize to a small 2-bedroom apartment with no basement, so I had to downsize everything. So I decided I would start brewing 1 gallon instead of the traditional 5 gallons. And however you might come to this, you might be in the same situation I am where you had to downsize, or you might be just starting out and you're in a small apartment and you can't deal with the equipment and storage of everything to do 5-gallon batches, so 1-gallon batch might be the better option for you. Experienced brewers and new brewers, I'm going to try to cover everything. I'll probably be advancing as I go along. I already have actually done all grain brewing and kegging and the whole bit, so I probably will touch on some of that, but I'm going to start off simple, just with simple brews, doing malt extracts with adjunct grains, and just very simple things. I'll be bottling everything for a while because as a new brewer, if you're in that situation, you'll be bottling, because new brewers aren't likely to be able to spend $200 or $300 for kegging equipment. To convert 5-gallon batches to 1-gallon batches, you'll find lots of 5-gallon batch recipes on the internet, and you find them all in books, because that's pretty much the standard thing. I found that it's best to divide by 4, not by 5, because the losses percent-wise are much greater. So if you set up for divide a 5-gallon batch by 4, then with your losses you end up with about 1 gallon going into your final brew. I use 1 light extract consistently. When you look at lots of recipes and lots of online kits, they will have dark extracts that they use. When you get on to all grain brewing, you will have 1 base grain and you'll do all your adjustments for color and flavor with adjunct grains. So I'm just cutting that out, making it very simple. I just buy a light malt extract and I use all my color and flavor changes using adjunct grains. I found that due to the smaller boil size, the bittering hops are not as efficient. So I've increased the bittering hops by 10% in my batch so that it will have the same bitterness as a 5-gallon batch. I'm only going to be making ales. I don't have any kind of a storage facility where I can maintain a 50-degree temperature to make lagers, so I'm not going to be making any lagers. I'm just going to be making different ales. Each brew video is going to take approximately 1 month from the day I brew to the day I taste it, because we've got to brew it, we've got to ferment it, it's got to go to secondary, then it's got to go in bottles, and it's got to condition in the bottles for a couple of weeks. So that's going to take, I estimate, about a month from the brew until you taste it. So when you're watching my videos, the brew part of it is going to be a month old when you see it. I'm going to try to post new videos weekly. Given the time frame of things, I'm only going to be posting brewing videos every other week, because it's going to be 2 weeks in between each one due to the time frame. So I'm going to try to fill in with other things. I'm going to have question and answers, or in the beginning anyway, I'm going to be making similar brews. I'm going to be making one with an English style and one with an American style, with the yeast and the hops. And so on the off week there, I am going to be taste testing the 2 of them to compare them. All right. And I hope you enjoy it, and hope to come along with me, and have a good day.